If you are over 60, your daily walks and squats might actually be damaging your spine because your glutes have literally gone offline, leaving your lower back to do all the work. To fix this, you don't need more reps, you need to reset your pelvic alignment so your nervous system can finally give your muscles the signal to fire again. Today, we are moving away from generic fitness advice and into a science-backed sequence designed to restore your foundation. Let's get straight into our first movement. Move 1. The pelvic crossover reset. We begin with the pelvic crossover reset. This is the movement that solves the misfiring problem at the source. Most people jump straight into strengthening, but trying to strengthen a misaligned hip is like trying to align the wheels of a car while the frame is bent. I want you to get down on your hands and knees in a tabletop position. If your knees are sensitive, please place a folded towel or a soft cushion underneath them. Your hands should be spread wide, fingers pointing forward, directly under your shoulders. Your knees should be anchored right under your hips. Now, pay close attention. Take your right ankle and gently cross it over the back of your left calf. Scientifically, this ankle crossover creates internal hip rotation. As we age, the majority of us develop what is known as external rotation from decades of sitting in chairs or walking with our feet turned out like a duck. This chronic external rotation physically locks the glute muscles in a shortened state where they cannot contract or expand. By crossing the leg, you are manually pulling the head of the femur, the long bone of your thigh, into a position that centers the pelvis. You are literally unlocking the gate so the muscles can breathe. Now, let's focus on the breath. Take a deep 4-second inhale through your nose. As you exhale slowly through pursed lips, glide your hips back toward your heels. Stop immediately if you feel your lower back start to round or tuck under. We are looking for a precision reset, not a deep yoga stretch. You might only move 2 or 3 inches, and that is perfectly okay. In fact, the smaller the movement, the more you are forcing your deep stabilizing ligaments to do the work. Think about your daily routine and why this matters for your heart and circulation. When your pelvis is misaligned, your body creates tension blocks. These blocks restrict blood flow to the lower extremities. By centering the pelvis, you are opening the vascular highway from your torso to your legs. This improves venous return, the process of blood traveling back up to the heart. When you reach into a low kitchen cabinet or bend over to pet your dog, your pelvis needs to be centered to protect your L4 and L5 vertebrae. If your pelvis is tilted every time you bend, you are grinding your lower back discs. By doing 30 slow, mindful reps of this reset on each side, you are teaching your brain how to keep the pelvis neutral during everyday household chores. As you move back and forth, visualize the hip socket being lubricated with synovial fluid. This is joint oil that your body only produces when movement is correct. You should feel a deep, subtle opening in the back of the hip. This isn't just an exercise, it's a neurological conversation. You are telling your brain it is safe to let go of the tension. Before we move to the next step, I need to ask you something important. We are dedicated to providing this science-backed content to our beloved senior community, but we need to know if our message is reaching you. We want to know how many lives are being changed by this information. Please hit that like button right now. It is the only way for us to see how many people have truly benefited from this video and are ready to reclaim their strength. Your likes tell us that you want more of this technical, detailed health information, and it motivates us to keep researching the latest clinical studies for you. It is your way of saying, I'm with you, and it helps us reach more seniors who might be struggling in silence with hip pain. Move 2. The side plank stability lift. Now that the pelvis is reset, we must secure the guardrails of your hips. Alignment is nothing without stability. This brings us to the side plank stability lift. This move targets the muscles that keep you from tipping over. Lie on your side on a firm but comfortable surface. Prop yourself up on your elbow, making sure the elbow is positioned directly under your shoulder. This is a non-negotiable safety point. If the elbow is too far out, you put unnecessary shearing force on the rotator cuff muscles of the shoulder. For our community, we will use the modified version. Bend your bottom knee to a 90-degree angle to create a solid kickstand. Engage your core as if someone is about to give you a light tap on the stomach and lift your hips off the floor. Now, with a slow and steady motion, lift your top leg toward the ceiling. The science here revolves around the gluteus medius and minimus. According to the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, these are the primary lateral stabilizers of the human frame. When these muscles go dormant due to age or inactivity, your pelvis drops or wobbles every time you take a physical step. This wobble causes your knee to cave inward, creating a knock-knee pattern that is the hidden #1 cause of senior knee replacements. It isn't a knee problem, it is a side hip weakness problem. Let's talk about the heart-health connection here. Scientific studies show that lower body strength is a direct predictor of cardiovascular longevity. When you activate these large muscle groups, you are demanding more oxygen from your blood, which forces your heart to pump more efficiently without the high stress of heavy weightlifting. You are performing metabolic conditioning from the floor. In your everyday life, this is the strength that prevents a trip from becoming a fall. Imagine you are stepping out of a bathtub onto a wet floor, or you have to step over a curb while carrying heavy groceries. If your lateral stabilizers are offline, your center of gravity will shift too far, and you won't have the brakes to stop your fall. This exercise builds the lateral armor you need to navigate the world with total confidence. As you lift that top leg, keep your toes pointed slightly down toward the ground and your heel pushed back. This prevents your hip flexors from taking over the move. Hold at the top for a count of 3. Feel that deep burning sensation on the side of your hip. That is the sound of your independence being reclaimed. That burn is the recruitment of type 2 muscle fibers, the ones we lose fastest as we age. Aim for 8 to 12 slow, shaky reps. If you are shaking, you are winning. Move 3, the supported single leg hinge. Finally, we move to the king of all functional movements, the supported single leg hinge, also known as the single leg RDL. This is where we take the alignment and the stability and we turn them into real-world explosive power. Stand next to a sturdy chair or a wall and place just 2 fingers on it. Stand on your right leg with a soft knee, never lock your joints, as this stops the muscle from working and puts the weight on the bone. Imagine there is a button directly behind you that you need to push with your tailbone. Hinge forward at the hips, keeping your spine as straight and flat as a tabletop. Your left leg should float back behind you like a seesaw to balance your torso. The scientific secret behind this move is eccentric loading. A 2023 meta-analysis in the NSCA Journal of Strength and Conditioning found that the lowering or stretching phase of a movement is actually where the most muscle protein synthesis occurs in adults over 65. Most people focus on the up part, but the down part is where the healing happens. Why do we use a chair? Too many fitness influencers say support is cheating, but they don't understand the senior nervous system. When your brain senses even a 1% chance of falling, it sends a freeze signal to your glutes. It effectively shuts them down to protect your spine. By using a chair, you are removing that fear. When the brain feels safe, it allows the gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in your body, to fire at 100% capacity. This move is a powerhouse for metabolic health. Because you are using the largest muscle groups, glutes and hamstrings, you are creating a glucose sink. This means your muscles are pulling sugar out of your bloodstream to fuel the movement, which is incredible for managing blood sugar levels and overall metabolic health. Think about the most difficult tasks you face: getting up from a low, soft sofa or stepping up into a bus or a high vehicle. Both of these require single leg drive. This hinge trains your body to use the hips as a powerful hinge rather than using your spine as a crane. It builds the lift in the glutes that supports your entire skeleton, taking the pressure off your lower back. When you are at the bottom of the move, squeeze your glute as if you were trying to crush a walnut between your cheeks and use that force to pull your body back up to a standing position. Perform 10 to 12 controlled reps per side. Focus on the quality of the hinge. Lead with your heel going back, not your chest falling forward. This is how you build a body that doesn't just age, but grows more resilient every day. We want to make sure everyone stays on track and that this community continues to grow in strength together. If this sequence was easy to follow and you are committing to starting this routine tonight, please type yes in the comments right now. We read every single YS because it gives us hope for a future where seniors are strong and independent. However, we know that every body is different. If any part of the tabletop reset felt tight, or the single leg hinge felt confusing, please type 2 and describe what you felt. Before you close this video, remember that your body is a masterpiece of adaptation, and it is never too late to send it a new, stronger signal. By choosing these movements tonight, you are opting out of the downward spiral of aging and opting into a life of stability, power, and grace. This isn't just about your glutes or your pelvis. It's about the freedom to walk your favorite trail, play with your grandchildren, and live every day without the fear of falling. You've taken the first step toward a resilient future, and we are honored to be your partners on this journey. Take a deep breath, trust the science, and know that every small movement you made today is a massive deposit into your health bank. Thank you for trusting us with your health today. Remember, your strength is not a luxury. It is your future. Your likes and your comments are what make this science-backed mission possible for our beloved community. Stay positive, keep moving with purpose, and I will see you in the next video.